Hello and welcome to glowstrong.com. This is the stomach trace tutorial, and this is what the stomach trace looks like. Now, in order to do this move, you're going to need 2 glow sticks. Okay, if you don't have glow sticks, you can practice with pens or pencils, something like that. Alright, now, in order to learn the move, we're going to start with 1 glow stick. Alright, and the move is called a stomach trace, obviously because you are tracing the outside of your stomach. So when we're actually doing the move, the glow sticks will actually be touching your stomach and being drug all around the outside of your stomach. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is grab the very bottom of the glow stick, okay, and you want to hold it with maybe just 3 fingers, just your middle finger, pointer finger, and your thumb. Just hold it with those fingers and hold it kind of lightly so it can move around like this, kind of like a hinge, like a ball hinge. Okay? So the first thing you want to do is put the glow stick in your right hand, put the glow stick parallel to the floor, so the top of it is pointing to the left. Okay? Then all you do is drag it down to the right side of your body, so now it's pointing straight up and down. And here's where the whole hinge thing comes into play. When you go from the right side here to the bottom, you got to kind of move your wrist from this position to there. Okay? So now the glow stick, the top of the glow stick is pointing to the right. It's the total opposite of when it was up here. And then from there, move it up to the left side, so now it's pointing down, and then back up to the starting position. So there's 4 positions altogether. There's top, side, bottom, side, and top. So what you want to do is practice slowly going from one to the other. And what you want is obviously you want it to be flat right here when it's at the top. When it's at the side, you want it to be totally straight up. When it's at the bottom, you want it to be flat. At the side, you want it to be straight up and down. You don't really want to be, dragging it and it's kind of crooked, and then you're down here and it's kind of pointing down. So just really practice getting it to those points. Okay, you don't really want to go too fast in the beginning. Just learn how to move your hand and learn the positions. Okay, and then once you are able to get that, once you have that down, just try and drag it along. Okay, and the next thing you want to do is do it with your other hand. You grab the bottom of the glow stick, and since we're starting at the top with the right hand, start at the bottom with the left. So the top of the glow stick is pointing to the right. Alright, and then you just pull it up to the left side, so the glow stick is pointing down. Drag it up. Here's that hinge part again. You gotta move your whole wrist and arm like this. So now the top of the glow stick is pointing left, and go down to the side, the top of the glow stick is pointing up, and back to the bottom. Okay, so learn those positions and hand movements with both hands. Go slowly at first and then just kind of drag it along. Okay, now once you have that down with both hands, you can do it while you're not looking, whatever. You want to move on to the next step, which is putting it all together. Rather than trying and going fluidly first, try doing positions with both hands. Just go from one position to the next. Okay, now when you're actually doing it, you're going to notice that your arms are crossing over each other. Like right now my right is crossing over the left, and the left is crossing under the right. Once you get back to that same spot, what you want to do is cross the left hand over the right and the right hand under the left. So you alternate it every time you do it. Because if you don't do it and you just do kind of like I do, I I just get lazy and I just want to do, you know, the right hand over the left. If you do that, you're always going to see a little gap right here. When you do it with lit glow sticks and you do it fast, it's supposed to look like a circle, like a big circle right here. But if you don't alternate arms, you're always going to see a little gap right here with no light, and it's going to kind of look like a C or something like that. So make sure you always alternate your arms, one over and then the next one over. Right? And that is basically the stomach trace. Now you're really going to want to do this in front of a mirror so you can tell that you're doing it correctly, because if you're just doing it without looking in the mirror, you know, you could be right here, you know, your glow sticks could be too close together and they could be crooked. So you always want to make sure that your glow sticks are straight as possible, and you want to make sure that they're always on the opposite side of the stomach. So when they're both on the sides and they're both diagonal, both top and bottom, diagonal. And that's basically the move.